Hey you guys, it's your girl T. So I got another story, honey, that's once again coming from our first favorite state, Ratchet Florida, okay? So what's going on in Ratchet, Florida, you ask? What's going on is that we had these two hood rats, honey. They were security guards. They're supposed to be protecting the prisoners, but instead they decided to engage and help themselves to the prisoners and have sex with them and everything else. These two ratchet girls, Tara and Genice, need to have several damn seats for this fuckery. Go ahead and check out this news clip and I'm gonna come back with the rest of my commentary.
Jail employees are out of the slammer, but earlier today they were behind bars accused of sex acts with inmates. NBC6 reporter Laura Rodriguez is joining us live from Pompano Beach with more. Laura.
Well, Jackie, they were held here at this women's detention facility, and ironically, these alleged acts took place just blocks away from here at their workplace, the North Broward Jail. We're told both women worked the midnight shift, one of them tasked with monitoring the inmates' activities, the other tasked with feeding, inspections, and head count. These are the two Broward County Jail employees accused of having inappropriate relationships with inmates. The Broward Sheriff's Office says the investigation began in August after they received a tip from a confidential source.
I'm obviously very disappointed and dejected to think that two folks who work for us tarnished the badge.
According to the arrest warrants, detention deputy Tara Clark and detention technician Genice Cisnow spent hours at a time with the inmates in a locked control room. During one shift, detectives say they brought the men into the restricted area for more than 4.5 hours. Court documents show both women falsified their records and work logs, documenting safety and security events that did not occur.
This was a serious security breach, and that's my concern. These women could have been hurt. The inmates could have been hurt. Other inmates could have been hurt. Other detention personnel could have been hurt. These inmates could have escaped.
The warrants also show Cisnow spent much of the time inside the control room with inmate Carlton Lowe. Deputy Clark was seen by detectives engaging in intimate activities with inmate Frankie Quinn in a jail hallway.
We're talking about inmates who were in jail for armed robbery, robbery with a firearm, and escape.
Authorities say both women admitted to the inappropriate conduct, but denied having sex with the inmates. One warrant shows they told investigators they went through with the inappropriate activity because they needed someone to talk to because they were going through a difficult time.
We're not going to tolerate, misconduct and illegal activities by those that are sworn to serve the public.
And both women now face several official misconduct charges. They have been suspended without pay. As for the inmates, one of them has been transferred to a state prison, the other placed in a 30-day confinement. Reporting live in Pompano, Laura Rodriguez.
All right, so you guys just watched that news clip, and this entire story is just really, really disturbing. I don't know how many stories I've done on my channel over the past few years about female guards having sex with the inmates. I mean, this makes no sense. They put a lot of people at risk, and then to know that they were sitting there in the control room with the inmates, they could have let out every prisoner in that jail. I mean, this whole situation makes no sense. How low is your self-esteem that you have to go to an inmate for comfort? You're there to do a job, and now these women are going to be looking at doing prison time as well because what they did literally put that entire jail system at risk. We have enough crazy people floating around in Florida. We don't need any crazy inmates getting out because these two hood rats want to give two prisoners a happy ending. That does not give them the right, just because they're going through some things in their personal lives, because they're going through some breakups, to start sleeping with the inmates. This is not Orange is the New Black. This is the real world. I just find this whole situation really, really disturbing. If you guys remember the story I did a few years back, I think it took place in Maryland, where not one, but literally 3 female prison guards were pregnant by the same inmate. It's like, this shit makes no sense. How the hell are all y'all pregnant by the same man? It's just really, really disgusting what goes on in some of these jails and prisons around the country. I think both these women need the book thrown at them, because when you decide to be in that type of position, you have to take it seriously. So anyways, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. What do you guys think about this story that's once again coming from our first favorite state, Ratchet Florida? Do you feel like these women should do time in prison because of what they did? Or do you feel like they should just get a slap on the wrist because, they were just going through some things and they just needed some comfort at the time? So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right, deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit lovelyt.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.